We're going to connect Claude Code to a WordPress website, set up an MCP, and add some WordPress skills. This way we could turn Claude Code into sort of like a junior developer helping us out on our website. We're also going to follow a step-by-step process. This way we're going to make it super easy so anyone can follow along and get started doing the same thing. We're also going to take it a step further and connect Notion. This way, our same AI agent helping us out on our website is also going to be updating our task and working with our task list inside of Notion. The first step is to set up a WordPress website. And for this, I suggest using a local site. I'm going to be using Local by Flywheel and basically create backups for sure. I would start off by using a site that you could throw away, just a testing site to explore. And that's what I am doing. Here's a site we're going to be working on, and I'm going to have my Claude Code go through and fix a lot of things inside of this. Now, first, let's get Claude Code connected. We need to create an MD file and connect the MD file. We need to add skills specific for WordPress, and then we need to set up and connect an MCP. And we're going to make this super easy. First off, the MD file. You could actually create this inside of Claude. You could explain to Claude what the project is, what you want to accomplish, tell it about your website, and ask it to create an MD file, just like what it did for me here. This will give you a really good start, and then as you progress and start to use Claude Code more, you could go ahead and refine it, make it even better, which is what I have done inside of mine. And your file should look like this with Claude in all caps, .md. Now we need to put our CLAUDE.md file in the right folder. So what I am going to do is go to my local sites. I'm going to go to the site I am working on and connecting Claude Code to, go to the app, to public, and then here we're going to see our WordPress core files. This is where we want it to go. So I'm just going to copy this since this is my starter template. I'm going to paste it here. And now I am going to drag it into the public file. So this is where we want to see the CLAUDE.md. Next step, we need to add our skills. So there are skills created specifically for WordPress. And these are the official skills by the WordPress team. I'll leave a link to all of these that I'm showing inside the description of the video. But you can see here are the available skills. This is going to help Claude Code work much better inside of your website. There are a few ways though to install this. And this is where it gets a little bit tricky, but I'm going to make this as simple as possible. Now we could go ahead and download it directly using the terminal. And this might be a little bit confusing. We could go ahead and clone it into our file. And now you can see that it has been cloned. It's been downloaded. Let's go take a look at our file and I'll show you what it looks like. Let's go back to our home folder. And by the way, I am using Mac. It might be a little bit different on Windows, but the process is also going to be the same process. Okay, here is our agent skills that was just downloaded. This is the only thing that we need. We don't need any of these. We could go ahead and move all those to trash. Inside of each of these files are the skills and the skill MD. Now let's add our skills to our WordPress website. Let's go back over to our files. We're going to want our skills to be in here, but this is going to be a little bit different. We need to create a folder. And this folder is going to be called .claude, lowercase, just like this. Go ahead and add it. Okay, we got that error, and that's actually supposed to happen. And that is because the .folders or .files, they don't show by default, not in Mac. So what we need to do is select Shift, Command, and period. And now you see up here, the .files, they appear. They're a bit grayed out. And that's because these, I'm turn it off and back on, and that's because they don't show by default. But now we could go back in. Let's rename this. And again, we're going to call it .claude. And now it's going to say, are you sure? And this is what we want. We want to have this file just like this, a bit grayed out. Let's drag this into our public file. And inside of this file, we want to add a new folder. And this one we're going to call it skills. And now all of our skills are going to go in here. In fact, we could just take all of these. Let me get a little bit more space so it's easy to see how all this works. Let's grab all of these skills. Let's drag them right in here. Now we have all of our skills, but there's one more skill that I want to add because this skill is something I created for Elementor. Because I found that when editing Elementor websites with Claude Code, things break often because there wasn't clear direction for Claude Code on how to edit the content, links, and stuff inside of an Elementor website. So I created this skill. And if you do want my Elementor skills, my CLAUDE.md file, and everything that I use, you could go ahead and check out our community. I do share it in there. Again, links for everything are in the description. Now, on to the next step. Our skills are set up. They're ready to go. The next step is going to be setting up the MCP. And we're going to be using Nova Mira. This is a WordPress MCP built by the Dynamic OO team, and it is dope. It's powerful. It just expands and allows us to do so much more. You can see some of the things that it does here. You could do all of the changes on your website, but you could also do more, like even creating plugins. This is the one that I am using right now, and it is free. Let's go ahead and first install the plugin. We're just going to upload it, install it, activate it, and now we have our tab up here. Let's go ahead and close this out so we can get a full look. Let's go ahead and create an application password. Now I'm going to be deleting this so you can't get into my site. I'm on a local anyways, but you definitely want to be careful with your password right here. What we want to do is take this snippet and we are going to run this inside of our terminal. This is one of those situations where we do need a terminal, but we need to do something else. Let's go ahead and open up our terminal because we want to install the MCP directly inside of the file path of the project we are working on. If I put this in just as it is going to install it in my home directory. I don't want that. We want it to be pointed to the website. So I'm going to restart my terminal and I am going to point it to my website. I'm going to use a CD. Now, this part's a little bit tricky if you're new to terminal. Just follow along. We're going to put in CD space, put in the symbol. Then we're going to put in local and then the slash space sites. And then we're just going to set our path. So it's going to be Claude site app and then public. And notice up over here, you can see where this is being pointed to. This is my home folder. But now when I hit enter, it's going to go to that public folder. Now, when I go in and install this, paste it in, hit enter, and now you can see it has been added. But let's check and make sure it has. Let me show you where you could do that. Let's go back to our folders. Now, inside of our home directory, you're going to see now as we have the dot files showing. I just turn it off and on to show you. Our MCP information is going to be in this file. I'm going to open this up inside of my Visual Studio. And I jumped all the way to the bottom of the JSON file because there's a lot of sensitive information inside of this file. You definitely want to protect it. There are passwords and API keys you don't want to be shown. But here is the MCP server. You can see it has been installed. And we just want to confirm, make sure it is there. And we can see right here, this is the path. It is pointed to the right website. And now the next step is to test Claude Code. We got to make sure the MCP, the skills, the MD file, all that is being read. It's all connected. So let's go now to Claude Code. I'm going to use an app for this. You could use Terminal, you could use VS Code, whatever you're comfortable with. But I find that getting started, the app just makes things a lot easier. And by the way, you do need the $20 a month pro plan at least to use Claude Code. Now to get started, I already have a prompt. But first, let's go to our file. Let's choose the right folder. We are going to go to the local sites, to the site that we are working on. We're going to go to that public site and make sure you have that public site set. Let's go ahead and open that up. So now we are working inside of that project. To get started testing, I already have a prompt ready. I'm going to run this prompt. Yes, we do trust the workspace. And what this prompt is asking Claude Code to do is first read the CLAUDE.md file. This is very important because this CLAUDE.md file gives the rules, tells Claude what to do, but also importantly, what not to do. We also are asking it to list all the skills available. This way we can confirm which skills are there and present, and then to confirm the connection with the WordPress MCP we just set up. By the way, I did miss one step, and that is in the settings for the MCP, make sure you have enabled AI abilities set click that on and make sure that is saved. Now, let's see if everything is connected properly. And it took about a minute. Let's go up and start at the top, make sure it's good. Okay, they're able to read the CLAUDE.md skills. The MCP is connected. They also found a site audit database inside of Notion, which we're going to take a look at next. But this just confirms our connection is there. So it's going to show us all of our skills that are installed. It looks like they're all there. That is good. We are now ready for the next step. And that next step is going to be connecting a Notion MCP. This is just a little bonus that I added, but I find it is super helpful. And this is what we're going to use. Since we are going to use Claude Code sort of like a junior developer, we want to have it work in a process. When I have it scan the site looking for issues like broken links, misspelled words, things like that, it is going to create its own task list that we could work off of. This way, we are keeping track of everything, just like if we were working with a real junior developer. Let's make sure everything is connected with Claude. I'm going to go here. I got another prompt for connecting Notion. I'm going to have it using the Notion MCP. And by the way, it's super easy to set up underneath the settings, connectors. These are all the pre-built MCP connections that they have. So you just add the Notion, configure it to your Notion account, and you're set up, ready to go. Back over to my Notion database, I want to grab the link to it because I want to make sure it is pointed in that direction. And then I give it the prompt, and we are going to give it the link. We don't need that import copy link. Let's go ahead now and run this prompt, and we are just confirming that it could see the structure clearly, that it could read all of the properties, and we want to make sure it is ready to go. Once this step is done, we are ready to get Claude working inside of our website. And we can see here a confirmation, all the properties listed. We're ready to go. Now let's have some fun. Back over to our website. Let's do a few things. First off, I want to run an audit. You can see I got a lot of lorem ipsum. I got broken links inside of here that don't go anywhere. So I'm going to start off with this audit prompt. And this is going to ask Claude to check for things that I normally would have somebody check for before turning a website over to a client. Things like broken links, wrong text in the buttons, duplicate content, dummy or filler content. You could create a good list of all the things that it needs to find. And now we can see that it has audited the site. It is now adding the task to the site scan checklist. We could open it up and see it even creates to-do lists inside of here. Let's take a look at all of our properties. It's filling out the properties. We could get more specific. We could have it give notes saying what it fixes afterwards. We could do more with it laying out what it needs to actually create. And you can see it's still building them out. It's still adding the task right here. It determines the priority of the task as well. So it is actually working like a real developer in a way, like a junior developer, I would say. And now we could keep track of everything. So let's go back and take a look. It has now been completely updated. We got our task list. Now it is time for us to get to work. Let's go ahead and fix one thing first. We're going to start off with the buttons. I am going to put in a prompt that is going to fix the text of the buttons and the button links. And then we are going to ask it to update our Notion task list, confirming that it has been completed. I'll put in this prompt that's already set up, and it is going to first say, hey, take a look at the Elementor edit safe skill. This way we don't break things. Let's go update the links to the most logical destination based on the content and context around it. To rewrite the button text, give it some rules, and then we're going to update it, and then we're going to make sure that it is changed. And then we're going to start fixing the issues we find one at a time. And here it goes. It shows us the updates. Let's go and take a look and see how it looks. We'll do a refresh. Okay, nothing broke. That's good. You can see the text already changed. And look at that. Okay, it did not go to the right location I thought it should go to. Well, it's saying explore services, but it's going to a service page that we didn't build. Schedule a consultation. Okay, going to the contact us page. This is good. Let's see here. See our work. This is going to our about page, and you can see this should go to contact page. This is good. Now we could go back through and refine it. So I'm going to make one more fix. I'm going to change the button text to the contact us page. And also I noticed that it did not update my Notion task board. So I want to make sure I'm setting rules and guiding Claude Code to work and act as a team member given a specific direction. So let's run this one last prompt fixing this task to complete it. And now it has finished the button. So let's go back up to my banner. I'm going to refresh. Okay, get started today. Links to the contact page. Perfect. This is set to in progress, just like what I asked it to do. Let's confirm. And I'm just going to put in task is completed. I wanted to finish updating Notion. And there we go. It completed it. Let's go back. Task is done. We open it up. It checked off all of the lists. If we go up over here, you can see notes after. It added in all of the notes. It followed everything just like what I would want a team member to do. And now from here, we could go through the task and we could have Claude work on things. Like we could have it update all of the content. We could have it update the images. We have some duplicate content here that we use as a filler. We could have it write all of it. We could have it even change our duplicate images. You could keep going further into fixing SEO errors, and then you could even take it a step further, exploring with this, having to create plugins, having to do so much more. So I really hope that this video helped you out to get started using Claude Code inside of WordPress, following a simple process. If you do have any questions, definitely drop them inside of the comments. And if you did find this helpful, valuable, and would like to see more, then don't forget that good YouTube stuff. You know the deal. Like, subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see inside of the next videos. I'd be happy to create more around this new way of where we are going with web design and development. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.